listening to Radio Kidnappers, the voice of Hawke's Bay. This is a program called
The Wonderful World of Wardini Books.
Would help if I turned your microphone on. This program is called
The Wonderful World of Wardini Books.
And good to have you in here as always, Lou, and you're looking good.
Thank you.
And as we record this program, a bit of sunshine.
Is it? I've noticed.
Haven't you noticed? You've been too busy.
Yes.
And it's funny how a little bit of sunshine can cheer you up, isn't it?
Yes. It's not raining, that's for sure. We've had a bit of that.
Had enough of that. All right, today we've only got 2 books to have a bit of a look at, but before we get to those, just remind our listeners, Wardini Books, where are you?
16 Tomato Road in Havelock North and 44 Hastings Street in Napier.
The home of good books in Hawke's Bay.
Absolutely.
Let's have a look at the Lion Guards a Cake. Look at that. Look at the size of that cake.
I know. The cake is very attractive, isn't it? But just to give a bit of context, on the back there is also Lion.
Yes.
So Lion is a guard. He's one of the stone lions at the front of this house. Yeah. So it's night time. And Lion sits above the yard hour by hour, keeping guard. But in the dusk, he slips his post quietly like a golden ghost.
Nice.
Oh, it's by Ruth Paul. I should have said that. It's a New Zealand book, and she's illustrated and written it. And so off Lion goes. Lion guards.
There he is.
The cake. What a cake.
What a cake indeed.
How many layers has it got? It's got at least 3 layers, lots of pink icing.
Yeah, what's your favourite cake?
Oh, I do like a carrot cake. Do you remember the old Battenbergs as well?
Yes.
I haven't had one of those for ages.
No.
I'll have to try and find one of those. How about you?
Orange Madeira cake.
Orange, that was very quick and specific.
Yes, orange Madeira cake with a nice tangy icing. Or my go-to, though, without that one, would be a fruit cake.
Oh, yeah.
Like a bit of fruit cake.
I do like icing on things, like passion fruit icing.
Yeah, yum. Anyway, carry on.
Yes,
we digressed.
cake. So it needs guarding because there's a horde of little mice there.
Look at them.
And they see the lion and they get a bit scared and the paw swipes out and they skitter and scatter across the floor. Now he's just got to check the cake, Lion has, just to make sure everything's okay. But there are some crumbs around the bottom of the cake there, so he's just going to tidy that up, all right?
Yes. I can almost see where this is going.
Yes. Which is, the anticipation is great in kids' books like that, isn't it? And then here comes Pussycat, creeping along, and she's got her eye on the cake as well, but she sees a big fat paw with a very sharp claw, and I love this word. She scarpers away. She scarpers, mate. She's gone. Yeah, so she's off. And then, we need to check the cake again, and just the little pieces that are falling off, Lion's just going to sort those out. She's a very conscientious lion. Cake. Little pup dog comes. Same kind of story. Lickety-lick. Dog is scrappling. But Lion's asleep. Oh, no. But don't you worry. The lion teams up with the cat and the mice against their mutual foe, but swipe. Here, not a snore, but a roar, and the cake goes crashing to the floor.
Oh, look at that.
At which point, Lion's, oh no, somebody really needs to clean this up. Should it be Lion? Yes, it should. So
look at that.
He's practically in a cake coma at the end of it.
Yes.
But what's he going to do? Because the family's not up and the cake was there and they're going to miss it surely. So Lion's like, what is going to happen? I love this. If the house awakes and there isn't a cake, what will they think? His mandibles ache. Mandibles.
You don't hear that word very often, do you? The old mandibles.
Is it his jaw?
Isn't it? Yeah.
So that's quite cool. You can get kids going around talking about their mandibles.
Yes.
So Lion remakes the cake with all the things that he can find around the place. I think there's even a mouse
cake
in
things.
It. Look at it looks marvellous, doesn't it? And the family get up in the morning, you can just see there's these little speech bubbles. Oh no, the cake, what happened? Is that broccoli? So Lion returns to his post by the gate and then he goes, nom nom. He's had a marvellous night and he's guarded the cake beautifully. He's still guarding it inside his tummy because no one's going to get it from there, are they?
No doubt.
So just beautiful illustrations.
I was just going to say about those illustrations, particularly when you showed me the photograph of the mice coming out, how those big long shadows.
Yeah.
It's so well drawn. Look at that.
Isn't it?
How well drawn is that?
Yeah, and you know that they're going to scamper and skitter.
Yeah.
And I think, the pictures are beautiful and the story's great and it's just a load of fun, isn't it?
Looks like it.
There's no proselytising, there's no particular moral, I don't think.
No.
He cleaned up after himself.
Yes, he did. And like I always say to you, that you read those stories so well, and that a parent reading that to a little kid, they have to put the passion in like you do, even if they might not tell it quite as well as you do. But you've got to put on the voices and all that sort of stuff,
I think you've got to have a lot of fun when you're reading to children, yeah.
Yes, you do. Tell us about Greta and Valdin.
This is fabulous. So this is in the finals of the New Zealand Ockham Book Awards, and I think I think it's May. that they have the award, so we'll find a winner. But this is in the fiction section, so it's a novel, and it's by Rebecca K. Riley. And Greta and Valdin were in modern-day Auckland. Greta and Valdin are brother and sister, and they have another brother called Casper. His name is actually Lavrenti. They are of Maori Russian extraction. Their dad, Lynch, is Russian, and their mother, Betty, is Maori. And they've just got such a brilliant family. So Greta and Valdin live together. They flat together in Auckland. Down the road is Casper, who is Lavrenti, am I saying it right? Lavrenti, their brother, who was so pale at birth that they called him Casper after the ghost. Doesn't look Valdin much at all. And then their parents, Vlad, dad, Lynch they call him, and Betty live down the road too. And Casper's got an older son, Tang, and a little girl, Freya, who is 6 years old and just so bonkers and precocious and a lot of fun. So you get a chapter from Greta, you get a chapter from Valdin. They alternate until right at the very end when you get a few more perspectives. But Greta is an English tutor at the university. She's also wanting to study for a master's, things like that. Their father is he's a professor in little creatures, like sea creatures and things. And he's got quite the reputation. He's quite eccentric and clever and quite the character, old Lynch. And Valdin was a physicist, trained, and was very clever, and then suddenly thought, this is terrible, I don't want to be doing this at all, and is quite OCD and well on the spectrum, autistic spectrum somewhere, I would think. And what's happened to him is he's become a television presenter because he's kind of inadvertently funny.
Yes.
People find him, so it's like he's a reality TV person, and he's like, he doesn't quite know how it works, but it is working, and it seems to be going well. Valdin is pining because he was in a relationship with, now get this, let me get this family relationship right. So his uncle on his father's side is married to a Catalonian guy called Giuseppe. Giuseppe's brother is Zabi, and Valdin was partners with Zabi for ages and ages. Valdin had a big meltdown. Zabi thought it was his fault, so he beggared off. And they're both pining for each other. And this will play out over the course of the book, right? And Greta is quite... she's just looking for the right relationship. She fancies this girl at work, and the reader can tell clearly that it's not going to work out because this other girl is a bit of a twit,
Is it unrequited love?
Yeah. But also, this other girl is kind of taking advantage of her in her affection in certain ways. Yeah. But and she goes on, Tinder dates and things, and they're all absolute disasters. But eventually, she'll meet this young woman called Elle, and things will start going well. But there are so many secrets and things going off in the family, and Greta's quite the eavesdropper, and Valdin is quite oblivious to most things apart from what's going on in his own life. But he gets information dumped on him, almost, out of the blue. So it's their adventures around Auckland, and then Valdin has to go to the place where Zabi's gone abroad, and I can't remember where it is for the moment, and so is forced back into his area, and it's just this massive, fascinating. It's a comedy, I would say, because they make me laugh, and they're modern, and they're sassy, and they anxious, and just life is all around them, but the family is just this bonkers crazy family. And it's just beautiful.
Who does the book relate to then? Does it relate to younger people like yourself, or would old people like me pick it up and say, oh yeah, I can get into this? It would be, she's kind of like the Sally Rooney market, but funnier, less navel-gazing than the Sally Rooney readers. So it'd probably be younger people than me. I would say it's probably people in their 20s and 30s who find it very, very relatable. Yes.
But I just thought it was hugely entertaining, and I loved them. I thought they were just such a wonderful family, and there's this unconditional love there, but they argue and bicker all the time. And
is that an easy read?
Yeah, really easy, and there's lots of dialogue and lots of fun stuff happening.
And when we turn that final page, we're going to be uplifted.
Yeah. You always ask that.
I know, I love this. I love being uplifted.
Yeah.
I have going, oh my God, what's happened there?
They're a great bunch of people to hang out with.
Good on you, Lee, just as you are. My pleasure, as always. Look out yourself. Talk at the same time, same place next week.
Cool, thanks.
See ya. Bye.